Hindustan Aeronautics has signed a contract with Nigerian Army for imparting Phase 2 flying training on Chetak Helicopter for 6 officers of Nigerian Army Aviation. This comes after the recent induction of 6 Nigerian Army Aviation officers into the Rotary Wing Academy of Hindustan Aeronautics. The Indian Army is upgrading 957 T90S tanks with a new indigenous thermal imager-based commander sight, jointly developed by DRDO and Bharat Electronics Limited, and due to Western sanctions on Russian defense firms, the Indian Army is now looking at new ways to incorporate more Indian systems like auxiliary power unit, as well as an alternative engine, in which the 1,500 horsepower engine developed by the Combat Vehicles Research and Development Establishment and the Gas Turbine Research Establishment might emerge as the main contender. The Army also plans to include a 8 km range third-generation cannon-launched missile, a new turret weapon station with an upgraded 125 mm gun, and highly automated digital fire control system. The Ministry of Defence had announced on 3 March that it has given in principle approval for the design and development of 4 defence equipment by the Indian industry under Make 1 category with 90% funding by the government. That includes an airborne standoff jammer for the Indian Air Force. The selected aircraft will be fitted with a variety of electronic payloads that will include communication and radar jammers, as well as electronic support measures equipment that will allow the identification of enemy emitters, including surveillance and fire control radars, and the project will ensure that Indian fighter jets will be able to operate safely, especially during cross-border operations. Bharat Earth Movers Limited has started the process to manufacture the next-generation Tatra T815 8x8 terrain vehicle that will feature a new armored driver cabin that will provide bullet and blast-proof protection to the crew, and will mount the DRDO Tata Group or Kalyani Group developed 155 mm gun system. The new high-mobility vehicle will be powered by a 8-cylinder air-cooled 4-stroke diesel engine, and the new armored driver cabin will consist of the driver and commander sitting in the front cabin. The gunner will operate the 155 mm gun, and the loader operator will select the appropriate amount of powder charges. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has arrived in Washington, D.C. for the India-US 2+2 dialogue, and he met with senior officials of Boeing and Raytheon and exhorted them to take advantage of the policy initiatives in India aimed at Make in India and Make for the World. The Defense Ministry had formed a committee under a Lieutenant General rank officer of the Integrated Defense Staff Headquarters that will decide on the number of Predator armed drones that the 3 armed services should buy to meet their requirements, till the time indigenous development of similar equipment can be done. At the Indian Air Force's Commanders Conference, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has unveiled the 2nd edition of the Mehar Baba Swarm Drone Competition by the Indian Air Force for Indian startups to develop a swarm drone-based system to detect foreign objects on aircraft operating surfaces. The specifications of the surfaces have been defined, and it should be able to carry a range of payloads and sensors, have image correction ability, provide alerts and provide accurate location and discernible image of foreign objects. It must also be able to operate in GPS-denied environment, operate in day and night conditions as well as in reduced visibility and light windy conditions. The Indian Coast Guard has commissioned the latest Dhruv Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III Squadron in Odisha that is fitted with state-of-the-art equipment like surveillance radar, electro-optic pod, medical intensive care unit, and machine gun.
Omar dropped it.